What if the zodiac signs were actually demons?
Aquarius, the 11th sign in the astrological zodiac, lies between the constellations Capricornus and Pisces. Despite being an air sign, Aquarius, much like Capricorn and Pisces, has its roots in many ancient aquatic myths and is typically represented as a man carrying a vessel of water. The main myth revolving around Aquarius is that of a great flood or deluge, and often represented growth, destruction, and new beginnings. Originally dating back to the ancient Babylonians, Aquarius was known as the Great One and was a direct representation of the god Ea. Ea, the Babylonian equivalent of the Sumerian god Enki, was also represented by the constellation Capricorn and was a powerful god of magic, sorcery, arts, wisdom, mischief, and water. He was often depicted with the Euphrates and Tigris rivers flowing from his shoulders. In Sumerian myth, Enki and his fellow Anunnaki are said to have created humans as a race of slaves, tasked with completing the toils of the gods. But when humanity became too rebellious, a great flood was sent over the earth in order to rid the world of their creation. Enki, who took pity on the humans, sought out one wise man and tasked him with creating an ark, bringing with him all the animals of the world in order to spare them from total annihilation. This is also where many scholars believe the story of Noah's Ark originates from. In Egyptian mythology, Aquarius is represented by the goddess Hapi and is said to be responsible for the annual flooding of the Nile when she would dip her jar into the river, causing it to flood. Later in Greek mythology, Aquarius was typically represented by the fair and beautiful man Ganymede. His beauty was said to be so great, Zeus disguised himself as a giant eagle in order to capture him and force him to become a cupbearer to the gods on Mount Olympus. Later in Latin, the name Aquarius was given, which means water bearer. But more importantly, the Greeks also recalled a great flood myth, where Zeus sought to destroy all of humanity with a great deluge. Deucalion and his wife, Pyrrha, were then tasked with building an ark, similarly to that in the story of Noah, which also connects this to the legend of Aquarius. In astrology, Aquarius is an air sign ruled by the planet Uranus. Aquarians are said to be passionate, innovative thinkers with a strong desire for fairness, creativity, autonomy, and progressiveness. But their pragmatic and rational character can sometimes seem rebellious and strong-headed, and can sometimes shift towards an unpredictable and spontaneous attitude. Their intelligence and visionary way of thinking can also leave them apathetic and cold towards others' opinions and emotions, oftentimes leading to the point of ignoring red flags in both their own personalities and situations as a whole. Overall, their attraction towards egalitarianism can cause them to love humanity more as a whole, rather than caring for the needs of an individual. They are said to favor their own beliefs and can come across as abnormal, experimental, and going against the grain.
If the supreme being of Aquarius had existed, its ability to both create and destroy humanity would have truly been both a devastating and monumental power.